No, well, I was just about to say, so I was driving back, I was at a confirmation today, as you know, and my dad drove, and so we were coming back and I saw in spray paint on a wall on the way back, 5G kills.
5G kills?
Yeah. I was kind of like, so does spray paint and aerosols and fumes. Like, you're more for you.
Maybe it's organic 5G.
I mean, if you want to press a button, I'd go for it.
It's hard though. There's so many different
There's so many options.
Buttons.
So I don't really have any sound effects. That was the plan, and I still haven't done it. We have this system about a year and a half, I'd say.
You need to get a doorbell sound effect.
Yeah.
You need to get...
we were looking for suggestions, actually.
A cock-a-doodle-doo.
When would I use them? Sorry. Welcome to the Unpopular Opinion Podcast. My name is Jen, and this week, as you know, Karla's in Mexico, so I'm trialing people to see can we get her replaced. So this week, I'm joined by... how do you describe yourself? Online comedian?
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo?
Yeah,
Killian Sunderman?
Yeah. Public menace.
Public menace. So we're just discussing the setup here, thanks to
Well, I've come in
listeners.
here and I'm so impressed by this amazing soundboard that you have.
I call it it's called a deck.
Oh, it's a deck.
And what people don't realise when I refer to it, because I usually do it in Australian accent, and I say my dick.
Oh, your dick.
And some people don't get that. Yeah. So this one I think has a...
Oh.
Yeah. That one's funky.
God.
This one does nothing.
You shouldn't have shown me that. Like, I'm going to be just like... I really like that. This is kind of like I just came out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
This is the noise when Jen was born. She's a girl.
I love it. Well, do you know, we'll come in handy. So the topic for this week's episode, I was saying to Killian, I was like, you pick one if you want to, or, you know, like what we usually come up with it, like a pointed subject, but, you know, we can go off that, obviously. And you suggested travel because you're only back. You were living in a van for 8 weeks. So you could press that button if you want to bring us into your journey.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I know, I just thought that that was
it's
off
like,
the whip. Like,
so, welcome to my journey. Okay, I'll stop. I'd say people listen. I'll probably be like, why'd you give him the button? But yeah, no, I basically I've been traveling around Spain and Portugal for the last 8.5 weeks in a van that me and Anna, my girlfriend, converted, and I only got back there a few days ago.
That's amazing.
And Jen was just saying there before how she can just see the tan on my face. So thanks very much.
You do have that bit of look of Jesus about you, don't you?
Yeah, well, especially if you've been living on a fucking beach for 8 weeks, you kind of have, I guess you have the look of a man who spent 40 days and 40 nights in a desert. Is your mum Irish? My dad is German. He's a full German man, and then my mum is half German, but she's like me. Like you know, you might be able to tell kind of by looking at her a little bit, but generally the way she talks and stuff, very Irish.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, she's got like blue eyes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But she actually also is a bit German.
Okay.
But you wouldn't be able to tell, actually.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. Like, looking at you, I would have said Israel. Probably the best fucking...
Palestine.
Yeah, Palestinian, yes.
Yeah, but no, So yeah, people are always like, when people come up to me, older people, I mean, I think younger people aren't like that, but like grannies and stuff like that come up to me and go, you're something, you're from somewhere. Like,
really?
I think if you're even just
Nazareth.
slightly tanned, recognize me from the Bible.
Yeah. That's why they're drawn to you.
Yeah.
That's why you get this shit.
I think if you have long hair and a beard, you're just going to get compared to Jesus or like Jon Snow for a while, or Hosier. You get Hosier as well. Anyone else who has a beard and long hair, you get compared to.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't have said Hosier. Now he's a bit scrawny. I think you have a bit more oomph to you. Rather than Hosier.
I got
very
that
talented.
a lot.
Don't get me wrong.
When Take Me to Church was big, I was getting Hosier all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I remember I moved to New York a few years ago, and I remember like the last night I went to Workman's or something like that. It was like my going away thing, and I was like, fucking, I think every third person was coming up to me going like, you look so much like Hosier, and I was just like, I was like, I gotta get out of this fucking country, you know.
Oh,
and then
stop.
like, you know, landed in America, first Irish bar I go into, and like first person comes to me, go, "You're Irish and you look just like Hosier." I was like, "Fuck, can't escape it." But anyway, it's gone now. It's when someone's popular, like Game of Thrones or
that's true.
You get it a lot.
But now it's you. Now it's like, oh my God, you're the image of Killian Sunderman.
I am.
You kill us, honey. You kill us, honey. So you converted a van, so you drove over, obviously.
Yeah, we basically, I mean, the converting was a whole thing as well. You know, we had Anna bought a van. She was like something she really wanted to do before the pandemic. She'd wanted to do this, convert a van, and then I guess during the pandemic we both kind of got into it, and we had to, like, I mean, it's an old Ford Transit. It's like a 2008 Ford Transit, and we had to like gut the whole thing, like take absolutely everything out of it, and then you have to put like insulation in, you have to put sound deadening in. Like there's so many layers. You have to build basically like a mini house. You have to do plumbing. You have to do electronics. It took
I never thought of any of that.
Yeah, no, it takes a long time. Luckily, Anna's dad is a carpenter, so he did a lot of the finessing.
Deadly.
You know, but we did, you know, a lot of the work as well. But like the electronics and stuff like that, things I never thought I'd be able to do. There's solar panels on the roof, so it's kind of there's a water pump, there's a gas canister, so it's got like all the things that you'd need. And a heater as well, a Chinese diesel heater. So
nice.
we
I was
built
going
that.
to call you an economical queen with solar panels. Now you pulled it back there with a gas canister.
Diesel heater, loaded on diesel. Yeah, it's like you don't want to be cold.
Yeah.
So, but then we went to Spain and we were like, "Fuck, it's just warm here anyway." Like, their cold is our warm. But then, so that took, I don't know, a long time to get built. And then once we built it, we got the boat from. Where did we get it from? We were meant to get it from Rosslare to Bilbao, but I think we ended up getting from Cherbourg from Dublin to Cherbourg is how we went.
Right.
So, and then we drove down through France, and then we got to the Pyrenees and drove around the whole coast of, like, starting from kind of Barcelona, and then went all the way down the coast to the Mediterranean, and then went across the bottom, I guess, and then back up to Porto. And we went, that was the whole loop we did.
Wow.
It took 8.5 weeks, yeah.
Oh my God. Was it amazing?
It actually was. I guess it's one of those things when you're in it, you know, it's just happening to you, and it's hard to get perspective. Like, I've only been back a week, so I can't really like look back on it nostalgically yet.
Yeah.
But I was noticing things like I was just not stressed at all. Like, I had no stresses, and like even just being back a week now, like my phone is just like, people are asking you, what are you doing, or I don't know, you know, jobs and work stuff and that kind of stuff. It's all happening, and it's all so stressful. And like when you're just, the only thing you have to do in a day is kind of sit on the beach, and you might have some work, but you can kind of pocket it off for an hour, and then you don't really have anyone.
It's like a world away, isn't it? Because I've spent, and people be crossing after bingo cards, I spent 2 summers in Greece.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean when you say that. It's like you're completely separated from your old life when you're in a different country. It's madness. No matter how long you're there for, if it's a week or, you know, like, but especially when you're there for a long time, it's like you just forget who you were.
It's really nice. I mean, I don't know if I could do it forever, but I think Anna probably could go for longer. But she's still there on the road.
Is she?
Yeah, she's in. She's working on a dog rescue centre or something like that.
Oh my God,
she's just walking dogs.
Like, I would like me and her could be best mates. Yeah.
She's living the dream. But so she's doing like that kind of stuff. I guess like once she got rid of me, she had a bit more space in the van, and she's kind of enjoying it a bit. Yeah. She's coming back in a few weeks. But I couldn't do it for like some people live in them. Like, you meet people when you're driving around and you chat to them, and like they've been in the vans for like years, you know, that's their life. And I'm like, no, I couldn't do that. You can just see like grime on them, and their hair's kind of dreadlocked and stuff. And I'm kind of like, you know, I like it for kind of a holiday or extended holiday kind of thing. Because like at the end of the day, you are living in a van. Like, no matter how, you know, look at it on Instagram, and like people are like really trying to like, you know, make it really nice. Yeah, they're like, oh, look at our beautiful kitchen and our tiles, and this is our, you know, our bed. It's really nice, but like, this is our bucket that we shit in. You know, it's like, really, like,
they don't show that side.
No, they don't.
But as well, I think with those, because like that, I've seen a lot of them kind of van conversions and stuff like that, and like there's different types. Obviously, you have the RVs that like extend out, and then you have your transit, like what you were in, and you can make it look glamorous, but I'd say that'd be a melt a lot of the time, especially if you're sharing it with somebody. Yeah,
especially if you know, Anna bought it, and I'm 6 foot and she got it, I think maybe for someone who's like 5'7" or something like that. So I can't stand up in it and I can't lie in the bed either. I can't. So like it's kind of like I'm constantly like putting my neck to the side like that. Or you know, when you're lying in bed, I can't really fully extend. So those kind of things, you know, after a while, we went into an Airbnb when we were in Lisbon, and I was just lying on the bed and I was like, actually, yeah, this is kind of really nice. Or a hot shower, like, you know, we have a shower bag, which is, I think, like a bag that you can pump up and then you use it as a shower, but it's always cold. Yeah. And you're just like, I wouldn't mind a hot shower, you know, these kind of things. But the freedom of just being able to pick where you're going to stay every single night and sitting in some of the most beautiful places I've ever been, like, it was amazing. In the middle of the desert and the edge of the coast on the edge of a cliff, it was all amazing stuff. So it was really, it was really special. But there are other elements of it that they don't show on those YouTube videos.
Of course. So I put a box out on Instagram just asking people, just for a generalised, like, get stuff off your tits or whatever. But when I was checking it there a few minutes ago before you came, somebody actually asked, she has a dilemma and she wants to know, should she quit her low paying job to go travelling for a while? So, like, logistically, you're free, like, did you have a day job before you start your online stuff, or like, how does, and then I know Anna is in film production, isn't she?
Yeah, she is, yeah. Well,
how did you work that?
We saved up, like, we just saved like money. Oh, I guess we were saving for quite a while to do it, but we were both surprised at how little money we spent. Right. Like, I guess we were both like, you know, saving up loads, and we thought, okay, like, we might do this for ages. Once we got on the road, we were spending like nothing. Like, it's so cheap in Spain. Like, you can travel for, I'd say if you went over there with like $1,000 or $2,000 or something like that, you'd figure out a way to make it work. Yeah. Like, I think money is sometimes this barrier that we stop ourselves from doing things. We often go like, oh, I won't do it because I don't have enough to do whatever. Whereas I think, like, you know, once you do, you know, have a certain amount of money, you just live, you'll have a shit, like, different type of life, you know? Yeah. Like, you'll be eating pasta and tomato sauce or something, or like, you know, that kind of stuff. But you still be doing it. And like, we both found, like, we didn't spend much money at all. So I think when you're, you know, when you're traveling, you kind of choose the type of traveling that you want to do. I always say quit your job. I love when people quit their jobs. I think it's the best. Like, if she's asking me, just quit your job, like, well, you get another one. Like, it's not, that's, you know, there's jobs at the moment in loads of different places. And like, you know, if it's a shitty low paying job that she doesn't like, then, you know, leave it. Definitely go do something else. Like, fuck it, you can go back to it. They'll be begging her to come back. They'll be begging her.
That's true. And do you know what I noticed when you're away as well? You don't give a shit what people think of you.
No, you don't.
So, like, it's not as if you're going out buying clothes, getting glammed up, going to a fancy restaurant. Like, you go out looking like a pig, and you don't give a shit when you're in a different... You're like, fuck it, these people aren't going to see me again. And it's the same in Dublin. These people aren't going to see it again, but we just... in our normal lives, just take it so seriously, and we like go out and spend fucking mad money on like pennies halls and, you know, all this sort of stuff. Like, I know obviously you have a job and you can't come into your job looking like a pig. Yeah, well, you know, it's debatable.
When you're a comedian, I mean, it's probably encouraged.
It's true.
Yeah, no, it's right. It's funny, I don't know, you walk out wearing the most ridiculous clothes. It's like when you're at a festival or something like that. Yeah. And you don't really care but you dress in really funny clothes and stuff like that. It's like that when you're in your holidays, because you're like, I'm never going to see them again. Yeah. Whereas in Ireland, I guess we do have that feeling, like, especially in Dublin, where we're like, oh, you never know, you might turn the corner. Or people are just a bit, who the fuck do you think you are, kind of over here? Yeah. I was wearing a cowboy hat. I bought a €40 cowboy hat, which was just, I was on this place where, you know, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, all those films. They were filmed in Spain, in this desert in Spain, and they still have the set.
I never thought of them being... That makes so much sense.
They're called spaghetti westerns because they were filmed like by Italians in Spain. That's why they're called that. Fuck off. Yeah. And
I don't know why I always thought, no, these are original. They're in America in the desert. Like,
no, most of the actors are like Spanish. And it's really funny. But they kept the set, and we visited it, and I got so into the whole cowboy thing. I was just like walking around going, hey, how's it going, partner? All this kind of stuff. I got so into it. And then I was like looking at this hat for €40, and I'm real stinged. Like, I wouldn't really buy much on clothes and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I really want to buy it. And I was like, just fucking buy it. Like, you're talking about it for an hour, just buy it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I won't buy it. I went to the bar or the saloon.
Of course, yeah.
And then I had like 3 beers and just like kind of slammed my beer down and just went, I'm getting it. And ran and got the cowboy hat. And I was wearing it around, you know, into petrol stations and shops and stuff. But then when I was coming back, and I was like, you're not taking your cowboy hat? And I was like, I can't fucking wear that in Dublin.
I know, yes.
Like, imagine me wearing that, a lad wearing a fucking cowboy hat on the Dart or on Dublin bus. People just, like the lads at the back of the bus would probably just rip the shit out of me. No way you could do it.
You could. I would have loved to see the fucking cowboy hat coming back. But it's gas, like how much you're obsessed about it over there. And like, Anna's probably delighted you're at home now. Just like the fucking hat.
Yeah, definitely.
But then like, you just completely disconnected from it. This is what Ireland does to you.
Yeah, it oppresses you, you know.
Fuck the begrudgers, like.
I just want to express myself,
Yeah, exactly.
Jan. I just want to express myself, you know.
Oh, stop. So you were living on pasta and tomato sauce?
No, we were living quite well. Like we because we found we weren't spending much money. Like we actually were kind of, I mean, we were shopping in Lidl. Like you can get, kind of get whatever you want. And they have we're veggies and they have really good vegetarian stuff there, and even vegan stuff. I don't know if it's here yet, but they have great vegan vegetarian stuff there. We were eating like kings. Now we're well into cooking a lot, and we were making lots of really nice dishes and stuff.
Yeah.
Some not so nice, but whatever.
Yeah.
Mainly mine.
But I probably, the weather was probably grand for you to be cooking outside and stuff.
Yeah,
was it like?
It was unbelievable. The weather was insane. Like it was, I always thought, I knew Spain was hot, but I thought they had like a winter.
Yeah.
But like it was just not cold at all. Like
it was a hot summer in Ireland.
It was like we went from Barcelona down. So like, I mean, I know North Spain is a little bit like, you know, colder or whatever. But like from there down, we were, you know, going swimming and, you know, wearing shorts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, the Spanish people weren't. They were obviously like, that was their winter and they were freezing. So if you went inland a bit, it got a bit colder. But it was sunny every single day. I looked at the weather forecast. You know, they have the clouds or the whatever. Phone. It was just like the yellow dot of a sun for 2 weeks. It's like no clouds, no nothing. I was like, what's going on here? Portugal was shit though. The weather there was crap.
I heard.
Yeah, it was bollocks. So, I mean, yeah, there you go.
How long did you spend in each? Like, so you would have having to go through Spain to get to Portugal, obviously, and then loop it back around, did you?
We did. We went to down the coast, and we were in Spain for about a month, maybe, and then a month and maybe a week, or a month and 2 weeks, and then we spent another month in Portugal. So it was probably I think it's probably like, what was that, eight and a half weeks, I think I counted it. So I'd say we did about 5 weeks in Spain and then 3 weeks in Portugal, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. I prefer Spain just because of the weather, but like I definitely go back. Like Portugal's got a lot of good stuff. Or Portugal, as some people call it.
Portugal.
Portugal. What do you say?
Portugal,
yeah. I don't know.
It's Porch here.
Portugal, yeah. No, but some people like, Americans are like, Portugal.
Really?
Like, yeah, Pordigle. I don't know. They say it weird, like.
Yeah. I suppose I have Portuguese family.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Obviously, my auntie, my dad's sister is Irish, but she married a Portuguese man.
Oh, wow. Where are they?
Sabrinze. It's on the coast because she works in a tourist hotel.
Okay.
Is it Simbrinze or something like that?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that place.
I just thought because you're on the coast, you might know it.
No,
she's they say Portugal. They say so
Portugal.
Yeah.
The language is so difficult. Like it's really like Spanish. Even though I have no Spanish, I'm able to kind of go like that. I didn't even know the version of that in Portuguese. Like I don't even know how to go. I don't know. It sounds different. Like Eastern European or something. It's kind of got a weird.
It does, yeah. Anytime Adam was watching that and about the fucking what are they called? The Brazilian, all those the narcos and stuff like that. When I'm listening to it, I'm like, you would just, and obviously it's an ignorant thing on my behalf because I just think it's all Hispanic. They're all Latinos, but they're obviously not. But the language, the Portuguese language itself is very it's a bit like...
it sounds more Eastern Europe. When the Brazilians speak it, because I was an English teacher and I had a lot of Brazilians, they speak it, and it's actually, when you hear them speak, it's really like musical, like it kind of goes up and... Like I sort of like, this is what it's probably not good to do impressions of language, but it kind of sounds like a
It does sound like
and it's kind of like, I don't know, it sounds like music.
Yeah,
that's probably why there's such good Portuguese music. But
yeah,
that's kind of how it sounds to me.
Very
ignorant.
It makes sense. It does make sense. In terms of like cultural differences, because we had Nadia El Faradusi on about travel before, but she's like a travel journalist or a travel she gets paid to go places. Basically, she goes on like wine tours in France, and like she goes really fancy places, but she's paid for it, which is a fucking amazing job. But she was just saying about, and we did that episode about 2 years ago, I think, but she was saying about like, you know, the way tourists ruin things.
Yeah.
So I don't get the impression from yourself and Anna. I'm not like, it's fine, you're safe with me. Yeah. I'm not saying like that. But you's kind of immersed yourself rather than...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's, you know, it's funny. I think van lifers definitely like to think that. They're kind of more like, we're tourists, but we're not real tourists.
We respect you.
Yeah. We like to, but I think because the whole van life thing has become such a trend, they do kind of end up going to the same car parks and going to the same little areas and doing the same things, and it's not the same as the kind of like, I don't know, the Strip where there's a load of British tourists, like, you know, with Union Jack tattoos just screaming at the Premier League on the TV, eating their fish and chips,
fighting leprechauns under Irish flags on the
and you're just like, why are you even here? Like, it's like, you know, but anyway, they're not like that, but they have their own kind of I don't know, separate sort of tourist kind of thing. But I mean, like, we'd love to think, oh no, we really like get involved in the culture and stuff like that. But, you know, I guess we were doing, like, when I went to the towns and the cities and stuff, I was going on, you know, I want to see the museums and all that kind of stuff. I like that kind of thing. And castles, like, I love castles. Yeah. But I guess like you're basically mainly spending your time in nature. Yeah. And you're not going to find much like tourist culture, and like, you want to go to really interesting beaches and maybe mountains and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And like, you don't find, especially it was off season, so there was no other people there. Like, there was sometimes you might see some tourists from Spain and Germany, or even like France and Germany. Like, there was a lot of them, but like, there was no other. We didn't hear English very often, which is nice. I mean, it's nice to kind of feel that, I don't know, there's not English people everywhere, Irish people or whatever. You're a bit separate from. You're on holidays, I guess, or you're away, or you're experiencing a different culture, which was nice.
Yeah. Well, I suppose when you do go on like your holiday, or you're going to your resort, or you're in a hotel beside the pool, and you're just saying, Jane! Like, you know, all day, every day, like,
oh, and you're so cream!
Whereas now it's like,
come back here!
Yeah, exactly. Get out with the deep end, you can't fucking swim, you little dope, like, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I know, I'd love to do something like that, but I just don't know if I'd, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I've never done anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the fucking idiot that goes on holidays, stays in an all-Irish hotel, and then goes down to shenanigans on the fourth night. Do you know what I mean? And it's what most people do as well.
No, I mean, there's a place for that as well. Like, I mean, I like those kind of holidays too, but, you know, maybe for like a week or something, like a nice sunny beach holiday or whatever. Like, I've gone on them and I like them. There's like a nice comfort, and it's kind of, when you're working a lot, it's the most beautiful way to kind of escape from that. Yeah. And then there's a place for these kind of more adventurous holidays, I suppose they are. That's what they're called. Like, I mean, there's no right or wrong way of doing a holiday. But I guess I like having something to do. Even when I'm on holidays, I'm not very good at like
sitting by the pool.
Yeah, sitting by the pool all day. I kind of get a bit like, oh, like I should be doing something. Or, you know, I kind of get a bit of, so if there's like, I don't know, a hill that I can walk up, that kind of makes me feel a bit more relaxed, even though like it's doing something, you know, I kind of need something like that to do. So if it's drive to the next town, then I'm like, great, I've done something today. Now I can relax. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of
I'm
pathetic,
all about the naps on holiday. See, that's the thing. Like, I've always been a serial napper. I'm just like, Grant, get absolutely.
You can nap now if you want. If you want a little midway nap.
Do you want to take over?
Yeah, this is the nap noise. Oh, it didn't work.
Oh, it didn't. There we go. Thanks, Killian's going to take over now.
Yeah, Jen just took a little nap there. Now she's going to wake up and get back into the zone.
I love it. Oh, my face recognition didn't recognise me because I was smiling there. That's not great.
Oh, really?
It's like
you look too happy.
Yeah.
That's not Jen.
That's
no,
not
way
Jen.
too happy.
So let me go on to the podcast page here, the box that I put up. I think everyone's out on the beer. I've only got a little few. So,
Okay.
oh yeah, so that was the girl, hi, I'm 20, I'm wondering, should I quit my... oh, sorry, she said good paying job.
Oh, good paying job.
Oh.
Still quit it. You're 20. Like, quit it.
You're
20 years
to
old.
be fair.
Get
you're
out of
20.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. Go travelling for a few years, she said.
I'm 20 as well, like, and that's what I just did.
Killian did it, you know. He's, you know. Okay, so somebody has the ick for herself right now. She finally caught COVID 2 years later.
No. Have you had it?
I don't, not that I know of.
Okay, yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Are we just like,
are we
kind of special?
They found us.
Do you know what, Jen? You follow the rules.
Do you know what I mean?
You follow the regulations, you know?
Controversial.
No, I don't.
I think I need more context to this one. My best friend's husband gives me uncontrollable ick.
Your best friend's husband. Okay, yeah. All right.
I'd love to know why.
What did she tell? What's the main ick?
I just said, if you have anything to get off your chest, if you have any icks, let us know. We'll try and sort them for you.
Yeah.
Just
uncontrollable ick from your best friend's husband.
Husband, yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
It is, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I mean, what is the ick? Like, because I find like people, they do say the ick, like once you get it, it doesn't go away. But I think you can like get over these things or like appreciate someone beyond this like small little thing. Usually it's it's like, I don't know, like they read the menu on a chocolate box or something like that. Or,
Yeah.
You know, I saw. Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Really ridiculous ones.
So there's mental ones. So there's like somebody commented on our Patreon earlier on actually about it. We must have done an episode there and she was just catching up on it, but it was somebody, they tweeted about it. They said we mentioned in an episode what we did about the ick, and it was like, I get the ick when a man has a birthday in June. It's just such a feminine
That's so good. Yeah. I saw one, some woman wrote she got the ick from she was in a car crash and the way her boyfriend's body flailed. She got the ick. I was like, are you fucking joking?
There was another one that I heard, and somebody got the ick from, our fella jumped in the pool and his boxers kind of bubbled up. The bubble. I mean, you can't help that. That's just fucking brutal.
They're real automatic reactions.
Yeah.
But you can go back, like if I don't know what it is he's doing. Like, I mean, maybe you're getting the ick because he's like not a good person. If that's maybe something you could examine. If it's just you kind of think he's a bit of a twerp or something like that.
Yeah,
you got to get over that.
I think we do need to decipher about the ick because the ick is thrown around a lot. Now, I will say, and I'm going to give us credit, we did an episode about the ick before it was a thing.
Yeah,
because it was kind of just. Only a few people were kind of saying the ick, and it was like, what the fuck's the ick? And we ended up doing
it's
an
actually
episode.
starting to give me the ick the way people aren't, yeah.
But it does. It gives people ick.
Yeah.
But now, ick is when
Exception.
you can't actually help. It's so petty, but your brain actually won't allow you to go forward with whatever it is because this person has done something. You just can't get over it. But it's actually, I feel like the ick is out of your control.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Now, if he's embarrassing or like cringy, that's what it is. Like, the ick is more of a pointed like that. Fucking the way your body flails around in a car crash. But
it is like, I don't know if what she has is the ick. I think she might not like. The guy.
I think she just has hatred
something
for him.
different. Yeah, that's a different thing. Yeah, because from my understanding, the ick is like, you do some sort of little specific thing that isn't necessarily wrong, and then someone else just like finds it really like, I don't know, like some people might make a noise like when they sit down they go and you're just like, what? Ugh. Why did you do that? And you kind of have aggressive feelings towards that.
Yeah.
You know, that's so I think you might just not like your best friend's husband.
Yeah, exactly. No, because we were talking about it in the episode of some girl had walked up, she was meeting this fella for the first time, and she walked up, they were meeting at a garage, or like a Topaz or whatever, and he was sitting on the wall outside eating an egg mayo sandwich.
Oh God.
See, even you got the ick there. We were picturing
I self it because I like egg mayo, but I only eat it like in a dark room by myself. It's just not a public.
That's what we were saying. He's sitting on
thing.
the wall, and there's a busload of people driving past looking at this fella. You know what I mean? Or like another fella went up the stairs on all fours. Do you know what I mean? Now, I personally thought that was hilarious. But
That's a comedy king.
Get him on the pod. Loud chewers is a pet peeve for the next one.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, it's not great.
And breathers, people who breathe really, the people who are just like, or, you know, when you're sitting in class, like in school, like there's always someone sitting next to you and they're just breathing like.
I found, especially
like that.
in work with masks on, you really can decipher their loud breathers from the not. Because it's hard enough to breathe under the mask anyway, but some people were really just like hamming it up.
Like, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like loud breathing. Kind of that's a little ick of mine.
Yeah.
Loud chewing. I don't know if maybe I'm a loud chewer.
I see. This is the thing. I'm a loud swallower. Like when I drink, it's ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I just started in a new job, like a new office job, and it's fairly quiet.
Oh,
and
really?
I'm like, oh, here we fucking go now. Because all right, I'll take it. Hang on.
Oh my
like
God,
you can
what's
hear,
going on?
I'll put my throat up to the mic.
That's so loud. What's that little like? Are you doing that on purpose?
No, I'm not. That's what I mean. So because like Adam does be saying to me, like when I'm swallowing something, it's really quiet, and I take. Was it you that put the video up and you drink water at the sink?
Yeah.
It's just that real.
I don't know what I like. Waterboard myself. Like I'm just kind of going.
Like you can't get enough of it.
I don't know why.
That's but he just be like. I'll put the drink down and I fucking can't control it. If I have like a drink in my mouth and I start laughing, that's it, man, I'm gone. It's coming out my nose, everything like.
It sounds like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Drinking.
A really animated.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah, that's fine though. That's only like one, like chewing is such a like a.
You can control
it's just
that.
Really,
yeah.
Close your mouth. Yeah, but then there's these ASMR, there's lads online who watch people eat like massive squids or something like that and they get their mouths up to the microphone. Like women eating food is like a big kink at the moment.
So it's not a kink, right?
Oh, right.
I like ASMR. Okay,
no, I like it, but
it's not that I like it, but I do get triggered by it. So ASMR is, look it up, I don't know what the actual like definition of it is, but I was thrilled when I found out that there was a name for it. Because I always, if I ever saw like an online video, say it was like a hair tutorial, somebody was doing like, a hairdresser was doing like somebody's hair, and I was watching the video, I'd go into a fucking comatose state. I'd be so relaxed watching it, because it was like I was getting the tingles in my own hair from it. It was so weird. And then I came across the fucking mad things on YouTube. They're another level. Like there's other people who'll be like, here are 120 ASMR triggers in 3 minutes. Like, you know, and they have like the makeup brushes going against it. And then some of them have proper setups where it's like a mannequin head and they have proper mics in each ear of it. So if they're going to like touch the ear of the mannequin, it sounds like it's in your ear if you're wearing headphones.
So this is all like makeup kind of based, or
haircut
and stuff.
That's like fucking cringy. Like
no, because I saw one that Anna showed me, which was a woman who just eats. I think it's like a tiny Asian woman, and she eats massive like lobsters and like chicken wings and stuff like that.
Right.
She gets the mic really close to her mouth, and she's just like, and she wears, I think she has like really long nails. Like she has her nails done, and she has like millions and millions of people watching them. And she's just stuffing her face, like absolutely stuffing her face.
Like a mukbang kind of.
Yeah, just like that kind of thing. It's real mad. And people are underneath it, like these guys, like these lowly men in America, just going like, thanks so much. You're so amazing. This is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, what are you getting out of this? But no, I like some, like ASMR seems to be like a wide scope. Like I like satisfying things, like I don't know, the ones with like paint being poured into cups and that kind of thing, or like you haven't seen those.
No.
But like TikTok, my TikTok is always like real nice, like ASMR kind of satisfying. I guess
I've
satisfying
seen where they like carve soap in like squares and then they'll like chop off the top layer and it all comes off in one swoop and it's real.
I like those kind of things.
Yeah, like that.
I like that kind of stuff. And then I don't know, like is like rain sounds.
I think a lot of that's white noise kind of.
I like that as well.
It can cross a line real quick. Like you'll get some people who do it intentionally, and you kind of have to, I think, to really see if you're triggered by it, you have to have earbud phones in and close your eyes and not look at the person on the screen, because it can just get fucking weird real quick. Or there's ones that they pretend like they do role play.
Yeah.
So
I've
it's
seen
like
some of them.
I don't mind some of them. I'd fucking love getting me ears like play. You know what I mean? Like I used to love when my mum cleaned me ears when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Or like
you know, those,
brush me hair.
What are they called? Those Q-tips? When you put them in your ear.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, oh. You're right. That's exactly what that is. Yeah.
Timing done. No, but I liked a few of them, but then sometimes they just get like, some of them dress up as Martians and some of them are like, oh yeah, this is like the hairdressing ASMR video that I did last week, but now I'm a spaceman. And it's just fucking mad.
That's a level of detail that I don't think they're looking for. I don't think ASMR people are looking for that. Like, they just want the voice, like the kind of, you know, that kind of ASMR. So have a nice time. We're talking. They talk like that.
But it's this is like, the thing. They go, I'm about to cut you.
Oh, you're good at it.
Oh. Could I start that? I would be too mortified. I know I'd make money off that. I know I would.
You would.
I definitely, like, anybody.
Your first subscriber over here.
Killian, top fan. No, like, there's a fetish for everything, and you could fucking well do it. I would just be mortified. Because I'd be looking at the people doing it, and I'm like looking at the amount of views, and I'm like, 600,000 people have seen you do it, and you okay with this? Like,
there's a
I'm fucking creaming myself watching you, but at the same time, I'm mortified for you, like. Do you know what I mean? Fucking.
Yeah. No, I saw some Cork guy was doing it, and it was like, I mean, it was definitely aimed at like the American market, I think, and it was like you're in a windy cottage with like your Irish boyfriend, and like it's so cold outside, you have to get into bed with him. And I was listening to it, it was fucking horrible to listen to. It was
no.
But all these like women underneath it was just really cringy. I was just like, man, this is so cringy or whatever. But like people were loving it. Like there's such a massive audience for it. Really think you should get into it. Really,
really. I am going to cut your hair now. I would imagine that some of the people that have publicly done ASMR videos probably have like an OnlyFans version.
Yeah,
for the hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know?
What would that be like?
Like they have gloves on.
Oh yeah.
Marigolds. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just like trying to whip off a latex glove one finger at a time.
Just doing their whole life through ASMR, just recording everything.
Oh God, it's just it crosses the line real quick, and it gives the rest of us a bad name. The ones that are triggered by it,
I know,
like
the good, honest, like hard-working folk of the ASMR community. It's a disgrace. It's really,
I love it.
ASMR rights matter. I think.
Exactly. I'm gonna go through I'm gonna like smash through the last few. That's very violent.
Yeah, just destroy the next.
I'm gonna speed round the next couple of like stuff in the box, lack of a better term, over on Patreon. For now, to wrap this up, do you have an unpopular opinion on the spot?
Oh, what did I have? Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. I do the jingle. Let me do the jingle first. Is this the jingle? Yeah.
Whoa.
That was
you
a
ready
lot.
to rock? Are you ready, Dublin?
It's so cringy. It was just the only little bit of stock music that I could get.
I have an unpopular opinion. I think French food is shit. I think French food is really bad.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were traveling around, and I mean, speaking as a vegetarian, but I lived in France. I lived in Paris for about a year. And French food.
Hang on, we're only been talking about. You're very travelled. You've lived in New York. You've lived in France.
Well, yeah. I did my Erasmus in Paris. So I was young when I was there, but French food is always presented as the best food. It's always like you're always told, oh, the nicest food is French, when everyone knows it's Italian food. It's way nicer. You have pizza, you have pasta, you have all these lovely things. But we're always told French food is the nicest. But I think it's very bad.
Yeah.
Name one nice French thing.
Baguette.
Baguette, so like bread. Yeah, they have nice bread actually. No, you're right. Actually, sorry. They have bread and cheese, but that doesn't mean they're like the best.
Yeah.
I can never you ask. We're always like, oh, where's the best food? You probably say France, but then I couldn't name you one French dish except ratatouille because of the movie.
Yeah.
And that does look nice.
I like. When I think, and again, this is ignorance on my behalf, and like I don't know if we have any French listeners. I'm sure we have people in France who are Irish. Bonjour, ça va? I know more French than I do Irish. But like when I think of French food, I just think of snails.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're brought up.
Yeah.
Like and frogs.
Legs.
Yeah.
Frogs legs. And that's meant to be the best food.
Is it?
That's like we're told France is the peak culture of food, and they're eating frogs' legs and snails. Thank you very much. I'll keep my potatoes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks.
They're out in my back garden. Like it's not French.
No, it's awful. Have you ever tried them?
Dublin 15 back garden.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like fuck's sake.
Yeah. Like that's not. I don't want to eat that.
Yeah.
They have. Yeah. They have good wine, good bread, and good cheese.
They have, and this was a good point made on Twitter actually a few weeks ago, and it was like, why is it so embarrassing asking for a pan au chocolat or like a croissant? Like you'd be scared asking.
Yeah, it is.
And
it's
I
so
always say this, it's like when your secondary school teacher went fucking hell for letter on the accent when she was teaching you how to speak French. Like,
au chocolat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you walk in and you don't know. I think it's because you don't know whether to say pain.
Like
you just go in and say
like
chocolate croissant sounds okay.
Yeah.
But like you have to kind of go like pain au chocolat. You kind of have to put on. And you feel like such like what am I doing here? Like I'm like, oh yeah, can I have a pain au chocolat, please? Like, you just sound like such an idiot.
Or what's the other one? A pecan?
Oh yeah, what's it called again?
Is it a pecan?
Danish? No. That one, the pecan nut thing.
Yeah,
they're nice. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
How'd you ask for one?
Yeah. Can I have one of them, please? I don't.
Killian does a full curveball and asks for it in German.
Kann ich eine? Yeah, I just pretend I can't speak English. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just point. Or pretend you're not able to speak.
Actually,
sign language.
I'm going to do it on Patreon. I have a question to ask you about German, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks a million for listening. Let us know if you want Killian to take over for Karla. I want you to.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, well, and sorry, Karla, but I think this feels pretty good. I feel very comfortable in this seat, this microphone. I'm already a master at the desk. If you just listen to this. Oh, it didn't work.
Go again. Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Can Karla do that? I mean, yes, she can, but anyway.
Yeah. Thanks a million for listening, and we will chat to you next week. Bye.
Thanks so much.